Ah, great stuff. I see it's recording today, so it's fantastic. So we're going to be in 5 minutes. If you want to get your coffee and tea and everything ready, get that ready so that when we start 11 o'clock, that I give you good value and we make it a good presentation. Can you guys let me know if I move my screen? Can you see my slideshow? It's with the photo for the promotion for today. If someone just can let me know if you can see it. Okay, thanks, Anissa. Great stuff. Okay, because I'm not going to be able to see you when I present. I'm going to see my slides, and so I just wanted to make sure if I move between the screens that you can see the slides. Thank you. And everyone can hear me well and clear as well? Thank you very much. Okay, Paul, nice to see you, Paul. If you sound familiar, your name. I wonder where you sound so familiar, where I've met you before. But so just a quick thing, while you're coming in the room, are you all IMM graduates? It would be nice to know. And maybe also about when did you finish your IMM, and just introduce yourself. I'm looking forward to sharing with you some knowledge today about LinkedIn. And we're going to start in 1 minute. So I'm just waiting for 1 or 2 more people to join. And then we're going to kick off. Okay. Okay, we have one person, Megan. Welcome from last year. IMM, nice to meet you. Yes, nice to see you so as well, Sonia. Yes, it's so great to have everyone here this morning. Okay, everyone, it is 11 a.m. I'm a person I'd like to start on time, and we are busy recording this. I see, and I believe IMM is going to make it available for people to rewatch if they so wish to. So let me kick off. I think I see Maria is on here, and I believe I can just kick off. Am I so right for those who've organized this morning? If so,
please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm going to get my screen shared. And I wanted to quickly, Charmaine, can you let me know, can you see my slideshow? I just want to say you can all see it. Yes, okay, great stuff. Hello, everyone. This is Cobus Visser speaking. And some of you probably have heard of me. Some of you haven't. Mainly my passion in my career is motivational speaking, talking in front of crowds and giving them hope and inspiration. And that's the reason why I love the logo of Superman so much, because in the movie of Man of Steel, Lois Lane asked Superman, so what does that symbol on your chest mean? And Superman looks at it and says, where I come from, it's a symbol for hope. Now, dreams can come true, and I've had the opportunity to speak in front of a lot of big audiences. And for me, it's all about giving people hope to say that there is ways that we can take our game to the next level, even if it's in business, if it's in marketing, if it's in our personal life. And that's what I love to do. And just to share a little bit about you, I live by certain creeds every year, or certain phrases that gets me going. We've all been facing a challenging year of COVID in 2020. And for me, my word for this year is to crush it, to crush the mountain in front of us that is COVID, or the future that is uncertainty. And the other thing is that I love to do is I want people in the industry to help them to raise the standard of excellence in their career or in their business or in marketing for so. Other words that I love to work, phrases I love to live by is whatever it takes. Whatever it takes means that I can never have an excuse. I can never blame someone. I have to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And the next one is to live without regret. And the reason for that is I visited my grandmother one day, and I spent the time with the people at the old age home. And the one thing that caught my attention was the people that talked about the things they regretted in life. They didn't love enough. They didn't do that business they wanted to do. They didn't travel enough. So important for me is to live by these, because that fuels me on. Now, a little bit about me before we go on, and I talk to you about LinkedIn today, is that I'm 37 years old. I was born as a hemophiliac, and I have had health challenges my whole life, where I've ended up being in a wheelchair, where I couldn't walk. I was bedridden for over a year. And when I started moving again, I had to use a wheelchair and then crutches. Yes. Hello? Oh, if you join in, just make sure if you're not going to say something, just put your mics on mute, please. I can't do any physical work, and I've been in pain 24/7 in my life. Every morning that I wake up, it takes me an hour to get out of bed. So I'm always in pain. But I had to find different ways of doing business. And one of those ways that I love is marketing. And I believe those of you who are on here this morning as well, I also have felt and fallen in love with marketing. Now, the one thing that gets me up and going every day is my two little boys. It's Tian and Vian. They are I want to inspire them. I want to bring them hope. I want to show them that anything is possible what they put their mind on. One of the activities that I love to do, if I just go back, is I want to get people to discover their true potential. So one day I want them to see their true potential. Now, for those who don't know, the highest freestanding mountain in the world is Kilimanjaro. 2018, I had the opportunity to go climb Kilimanjaro. And that's the one thing I've learned, is that you need to set big goals. And the big goal was to go climb Kili. But on this morning, on the summer day, we were looking at the highest sunrise in the world. And at that moment, I gave up and I didn't want to go further. And my friend said to me, Cobus, let's go down. I don't want you to worry about, and I want your life as most important. And I said to them, no, go climb for us. Just go finish this mountain for me and you. And before he left, he made eye contact with me and he said, Cobus, just remember why you came. And my question to you today is, just remember why you went to study marketing. Why do you wake up every morning? Why do you do what you do? Because when he left, after a few moments, I remembered why, and I could push through. And just for those who don't know, I climbed this mountain with my crutches. And I could push through, and I got to, here's a photo where I got to Stella Point on top of the rim. I never got to Urupi, but I got on top of the mountain. And it made me realize, no matter how tough sometimes things get, if we apply our mind and we have a vision and a goal, we can achieve anything we put our mind to. Now, some of the studies I've done in my life, just to show you, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing, studied through IMM, and then I did import-export, and I'm one subject away from getting my MBA. How do you know when someone has an MBA? They tell you. I have a master's in business coaching, and I've done plenty of other courses. This is 2 of the certificates that I'm proud of. On the right is IMM. For those who also have the IMM certificate, you know, it's one of the places I love to study, and I'm really honored today to be able to share some of my knowledge back to my IMM colleagues. The other one is the Year at What. I'm busy studying through them to get my MBA in marketing. So thank you, IMM. Some history around me. I've never worked for someone. I had the opportunity to have worked in multiple businesses, from retail to warehousing to dog biscuit factory to having my own franchise, Zebros. I sold wood. I've been in flea markets, so I love marketing and I love business. And today I'm going to share with you a little bit of a skill of how you can use a tool like LinkedIn to grow your business. One is Fern for You. I assisted this brand. I was the creator behind the brand Fern for You, and we grew it from 6 stores to 27 stores. It's currently now at 37. It's one of the biggest independent family-owned stores in Limpopo. Started multiple businesses from zero by just using marketing. I've went from 7 million in debt to 0 in 4 years, and I've assisted companies just by using marketing, the right marketing channels, to grow more than 10,000% in the business, and I've helped multiple businesses to achieve this. Now, my goal for you today is I want to teach you and make you realize the power that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful social media tools out there, and the reason for that is LinkedIn is now where Facebook was 2012. And the reason I'm saying this is my mentor Gary says as well, is that whenever you do something on LinkedIn, the organic growth of it is so much bigger than on Facebook. On LinkedIn, you have to pay less to be able to be seen and to get the results, where Facebook has become a place where you need to pay basically to get the results. So LinkedIn, if you are not on LinkedIn, it's time for you to jump on it and get yourself a LinkedIn account. Now, I want you to watch this video now. I hope it's going to play. And I want you to, as you're going to see, there's going to be guys with white shirts and they're going to pass a ball around. I want to see if you can count quickly for me, how many times do you see the ball gets passes between the guys with the white shirt?
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? Go! The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
How many of you saw the moonwalking bear? So how many of you saw the moonwalking bear? And I promise you 90% of you probably didn't see the moonwalking bear. And that's the challenge sometimes as marketers. We're so used to focusing on the things that work because we've been trained in that way, and this is how marketing should be done. But marketing is changing and ever evolving. It's time for us to open our mindset and start standing back and start observing what is happening in the market and in the world, because the world is changing. And one thing that I like to believe in marketing, as we're going to get to LinkedIn, is why you need to be on all social media channels and you need to use all of them, is you need to create the presence of omnipresence. The more omnipresent you are, the more impact you're going to make on the world. And you need to use each individual social media tool to your advantage to be able to get the results in the end of the day. Now, the one thing everyone used to say to me in the world when I grew up is, Cobus, the only thing you have in this world is your name. And then I used to say, but if nobody knows your name, does anyone cares about it not knowing your name? And that's the thing, is if nobody knows your name, they're not going to come buy from you. And that's why omnipresence is so important. And what is the presence you're going to put out there, and what is the perceived image you're going to put out there for people to perceive about it. So it's important, your name is important. And LinkedIn, if you're on business to business, is going to build that name even so much faster. And but here's a secret before we start with LinkedIn. Don't go on instant gratification. Beware. Because if you want to do something today and you want a result tomorrow, it's not going to be that fast. It depends on the industry and it depends on the tool. So you have to have patience. This is not going and stopping at McDonald's and asking for a burger, and next window you pay and you receive it. This takes time and takes energy to put in, but I promise you, if you apply some of the tools that I'm going to say to you, to share with you today, you're going to get the results. So one thing that is important for those who are on business to business, and I just wanted to show you the stats, is that email from business to business was still the highest at 93%. But look at it, LinkedIn is number 2, Twitter and Facebook. Twitter basically goes with LinkedIn because most business owners that does have LinkedIn will be on Twitter. I hardly will be on Facebook. Depends on the market and the target market that you are reaching out to. Again, the social media platforms that gives the most business value is Facebook, and then you see about LinkedIn again. We're bringing in LinkedIn, and then Twitter is up there as well. So it's important for business to business that you are on these channels and that you use it. And what I talked about instant gratification, if you look at Facebook, can give you 76% instant gratification on a daily basis because people are on Facebook on a daily basis. But LinkedIn, only 18% of people look at their LinkedIn profile on a daily basis, where 50% are much less often. So you need to understand when you work with LinkedIn, it's not to say when you do it, you're going to get results tomorrow. People are not on LinkedIn every day. Why? Because these are business individuals, business owners. They don't have the time to just be on social media. So you need to understand with your approach. If you need an instant result, don't then go for LinkedIn. If you want to build a relationship and work with the right companies in your target market, then use LinkedIn. Again, for those who want to use LinkedIn, LinkedIn gives the best generate leads for you compared to the other social media channels of 60% compared to 24% of Facebook. So that's why I love LinkedIn, and I'm going to share with you today about LinkedIn. The secret for going onto LinkedIn is consistency. Consistency is the key to success. Doesn't help you to be and do the following on a week and then expect to get the results. This is a daily exercise and a daily process that you need to work your LinkedIn to be able for it to work for you. So let's talk about LinkedIn. How many of you have LinkedIn in this group? And I know I'm not going to ask for a response, but I just want you to start thinking of, and if you have LinkedIn, how often are you on LinkedIn and what are you using LinkedIn for? Are you a person that wants to generate leads and generate business, or are you an individual that is actually looking to get a marketing, improve their marketing career and go work for a certain company? Because you can use LinkedIn for that as well. Now, that is the free version of LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you don't have to pay for it and you can use it. But if you want to take it to the next level, you need to look at LinkedIn Premium. And we're going to talk a little bit about LinkedIn Premium. There's two areas that I would suggest for people to look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn, if you want to improve your career and you want a career in marketing and you want to work with the top firms in the world, then you look at career, get hired, and get ahead. This is where you stand out, get in touch with hiring managers, see how you compare to other applicants, learn new skill, and advance your career. And that's an easy way, a process that one can go through. I'm not going to focus on that today, but you can advance your career and you can go work for the top companies you want. The main one I want you to start looking at and focusing on, especially for building and sales and marketing, is the purple block. It says sales, unlock sales and opportunities. Find leads and accounts in your target market, very important. Get real insights and warm outreach, build relationships with people. Now, just to give you an idea, the sales version cost is the first 30 days is for free. And after that, if you keep having that on a monthly basis, that is 1,000 Rand. How do you know if someone has LinkedIn Premium? You see the little golden block on top. When the person has that next to their name in LinkedIn, it means they are paying to be on. They're paying for the premium account. It also tells me as an individual and a marketer that these guys are serious. They are mostly every day on LinkedIn because they're paying to be on LinkedIn. They're using LinkedIn. So I'm going to get a faster and better response from them when they have a golden LinkedIn logo next to their name. So how do we use LinkedIn? If you're looking for a career or you want building a business, is you need to use LinkedIn in such a way that you create the perception that you are a guru. Now, I'm calling it a guru, but it can also be that you are a mentor or that you are the #1 marketing expert in the country, or you are a leader in marketing principles, or you're a marketing specialist, or you're a marketing coach. It's the way of you go out and say to the world, I am the best at what I do. Okay. So it's in a sense, you're branding yourself as an individual, making you stand out compared to those that says, oh, I'm a marketing manager, compared to I'm a marketing specialist. Which one will you prefer listening to? I'm definitely going to listen to the specialist comparing to normal marketing manager, because if I go Google, there's plenty of marketing managers, but there's not a lot of marketing specialists, as an example. Now, you need to create a perception of you. You saw today I'm a business and marketing strategist. So that is how I brand myself. I'm a strategist in marketing and branding. And that's how I want to be seen. In my speaking environment, I'm the Superman of Africa. And that's how I'm a motivational speaker. When I brand myself in team building, and I do a lot of team building and keynotes together, I brand myself as the team building guru. And in small businesses, with Exco and CEOs, I brand myself as the peak performance consultant to help you to get excellence in your industry. Now, your LinkedIn profile, I'm just going to go through LinkedIn profile, can look like this. Now, this was one of my earliest LinkedIn profiles. I just conquered Kilimanjaro, and I used it to my advantage. You will see I have the golden block to the right of the screen. Also, the banner ad is very important. I see a lot of you are not using the banner ad, and I'm going to show you how to use it, and your profile picture is important. And then if you go below my name, Cobus Visser, I've used stars to stand out, to show people that I'm a mental strength coach, I'm a master firewalker, I do team culture. So this was the early phase of when I did marketing on LinkedIn. And then below there was my about me. It briefly explained who I was. And to make you understand, this was a lot focused on me. Now, if you are looking to advance your career, this becomes your CV. But if you are looking to market your business and to sell yourself or to sell a product, this becomes your sales page. And that's why you need to constantly change it and use it to your advantage. I'll give you an example. This is a guy by the name of Marcus. He is a director at Diplo Investments. Now, a few things that he's missing out. One is that blue banner ad behind him. He's not using that advantage. It is iSpace. For those who are in marketing, that is the most value pricey space on his page, that if you don't use it, you're losing big time. So you use that. That's where you need to catch people's their eyes, their attention. They want to be engaged, and then you want them to read further. Then the next is your profile pic. Can they see who you are and what you do and what you stand for? And then your name. And the biggest mistake everyone does is, if you look below Marcus, he's a director at Diplo Investment. Now, if I go on, if you look, if he had to go down at his experience, there he is managing director of Diplo. So why repeat the same mistake over? So the reason is, now underneath your name, that area we call becomes your pickup line. That is the area that is next to your banner ad, the most valuable space on your LinkedIn profile. This is where you have to catch people's attention to say, I want to read for them. This is why you tell them you are the best at what you do. And the next thing is at the about area. The about area you're going to change as well, and I'm going to get there. So here's again, you're already managing director at your experience, so don't repeat it under your name. And then the third thing is, at the bottom is make sure that you get your endorsement and skills up. And one thing that is missing is there is no recommendations. Now, we're going to get to that. Now, I started playing around with my profile and changed it around. So, yeah, I started changing my banner ad. And for those who don't know, that is the Cybertruck by Elon Musk, Tesla. It's all about peak performance. So people start looking at that. They want to read further. So why would you have a car like this? I found out with surveys that people love that, and that's what makes them connect with me. I tested a photo with me with an expert by the guy named Robin Banks, and people want to see you, and you're going to see I've changed it. About a section I changed a little bit, but it's more or less the same. I've changed the below my name. You will see there's no more firewalker. I moved on, but I brought in the peak performance coaching. And one area that's also important is the featured area. At the featured area, one can build into your testimonials, your certificate pictures, profile, PDF documents, things that you want people to share and see you use there at the featured area. But I'm not going to focus on that for now. For me, the next one is to understand that your pickup line is the most important. Because I brand myself as the Superman of Africa, I had some branding stuck. And as you can see, that is my picture. So people already know, and I'm already branding in their mind, I'm the Superman of Africa. So when they hear that, and they're like, oh, I know, it must be that Cobus Visser guy. So I've already connected myself with that. But the most big importance is, depending on when you market yourself and what you're marketing, is you will have a pickup line. Now, you will see mine I've created because I'm focusing now currently on small business owners and business executives, because I want them to help them grow the business because they are struggling at the moment through COVID. So I say, I help businesses to grow up to 10,000% in 12 months through business and marketing strategies. And if they ask me, why do you say 10,000%? I have the certificate. You've all seen it in the previous slide. I have it at the featured area, and I would say in my about section, if you want to see a confirmation about the 10,000%. So don't go and lie about something. When you say something, just know that you at least need to prove it. Then the next step is to use your about section to your advantage, getting the target market to read further. Now, one thing that I love to do is, I want to say at the about section, start asking the question that your target market is asking. That when they see your about, they say, wow, this person is talking. My business is not growing. Yes, I want to learn. Wow, my staff is not motivated. This guy knows, he talks to him. I have no marketing strategy that brings any results. I had my cousin working my Facebook. There's no results. I don't love social media, so I need to read it. This guy talks my language. So you start using the first alliance, and you all know in marketing, you want to have questions where you grab attention so that they want to read further. We want that engagement. In reading further, they're going to find out some of the testimonial of someone that I've helped with results. They're going to see what is the 3 steps that I focus on for them to get the results. And then I'm going to end it off with a call to action. And everything that we do in marketing, always remember there must be a call to action. So the call to action is going to be get a free 15 minutes coaching consulting call with Cobus Visser by sending an email to my assistant. So in a sense, you start now using your whole LinkedIn profile as a sales page geared towards your target market. And I hope you all are enjoying yourself so far. The next thing about LinkedIn is where you need to connect with is create a LinkedIn page. Now, a LinkedIn page is important, one, for you to be able to run advertisements in the future, but also secondly, it is a place where you can get organic growth. By posting something on here, you get a much more impressions, a lot new followers, unique visitors, and you can play around here. This is still an old picture, but you remember, have that golden thread all the way around, running through all of your social media. So people can follow you, and you can build a nice following on LinkedIn that's going to get you better results as that what Facebook is going to give you. Then I saw, I went to look, and I saw IMM as also. Now, if you want to target, go, and one place you can easily go is to go target the companies that you want to do business with. Let's say I wanted to target IMM, you know, this is a great issue. I can already see there's 125 employees linked to IMM. So if you go to the right below the banner ad, there says Rabia works there, but also Rabia means is the person that I'm connected with. Underneath that, see all 125 employees linked. Now, I want to target this company. I'm going to click on there, and I'm going to go see who's working at IMM. The next thing that is important, because this is a school that you can study at, if I go down, people highlights, there's 412 alumni working in support. And next to that, there's 1,286 people on LinkedIn that said they are graduated in 2019 from IMM. So now is the nice thing. If I'm a marketer and I want to target marketing people, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say who everyone here is in marketing, and I will be able to target them and get in front of them. The next one is I went to look, because I'm busy looking at wanting to get into South African breweries. So I went to look at them, and this is their page on LinkedIn. As you can see, there is 5,290 employees on LinkedIn that says they work at South African breweries. Now, already I have a friend called Yanda that works at South African breweries. So I can already go and connect with him to ask him to introduce me to someone at SA Brewery. Now, let's say I click on the see all 5,299 employees on LinkedIn. If I click on that, this pops up. And this is where I now can see who's everyone that's working there. Now there's a chairman at SA Brewers. Now I can contact directly Mr. Norman Adamy. I can now maybe the GM of Greg A's. Now I can suddenly connect with them, and I can see already with both of them, I have almost 3, 4, 5 common connections that I can already reach out to and say, please introduce me to Mr. Norman or Mr. Greg. But here's another thing. Though they have photos, and they are the GM and CEO, they don't have a golden LinkedIn. So they don't use LinkedIn. Often they know they need to have it, because I know most companies don't hire you if you don't have a LinkedIn profile. But if you go down, you will see there's a Michael Lebonham that does have a general manager. The next step that I would do is, because I have the paid version of LinkedIn, it will allow you to say, continue to search Navigator. And when I do that, it will bring up a different a view area where I can look at who works at SA breweries. Now I can suddenly see there's more people with golden LinkedIn, and the reason for that is there's people I want to reach out first. But the nice thing about the Sales Navigator that you buy into in LinkedIn is on the left-hand side. You can now go and define and filter this list. I just put in VP, Vice President, and this is the roles that they put out for me. They found 37 people at SA Breweries with that. Now I can go even further. I can, what function are they doing? Where they need to be in Gauteng. Suddenly I can define this and I can connect with them. I can save this search and I can always come back. But the reason for this is why I say as a marketer, look at Sales Navigator, is because it gives you in-depth results and you can do so much more. The next thing about LinkedIn that is important for all of you to use is that the power of social proof. Remember, I told you in the beginning that you had to be #1 in your industry, or the expert or the leader. How do you become the expert or leader or the #1? Is by social proof. Now, social proof is for all social media channels, but for me, for now, I'm focusing on LinkedIn. Now, social proof is where people endorses your skills and endorsements, and they give you recommendations, and you give recommendations. So the more recommendation, I don't know if you remember the Mr. Duplessis page, he didn't even have any recommendation. And the reason for this is when people come to you and they see what other people are saying of you, they can go to their LinkedIn page and they can go see who's this person that gave you that recommendation. Secondly is by them telling you that you are great, they affirming the perception that you are busy creating, that you are the expert or the leader in that industry. So it's important to use this as marketing tools to enhance your marketing and branding out there, is by getting people not to only give you, but for you to give, because then it also shows that you are real, that you're not just a person taking the time, you're a person about building relationships. Okay, next thing is once you have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can open up a LinkedIn Business. Now, LinkedIn Business allows you, when you go into business.linkedin, is that you get back access of marketing solutions in the back end of LinkedIn. Now, one thing of LinkedIn is that if you want to generate leads, one way of doing it is to go and search and create general lead forms that will have people fill in their email address and all of their details, and you will be able to contact and build a database, and you will pay per lead. That's the one thing I love about LinkedIn, and if you do it correctly, you will only pay per lead. Now, you can do the forms, or what you can do is, if you don't want to run an ad and you wanted to do it manually, this is a way of doing it. So you will go into your Sales Navigator. You will go get the target. I search here, example, for managing director. I just said Gauteng. There's 82,000 plus people in Gauteng that are classifying themselves as managing directors. I can go now and I can drill this down, filter it, and get my right target market. But just for an example, I'm going to go and I'm going to look for the people that have golden LinkedIns in, because that's the first people that I'm going to target, and are they right industry for me. And the next thing is, when I get to them, this is what I want to look. Now, I've used this as an example. This is Teresa. You can see this also. I've reached out to help her with her LinkedIn profile. But here's the one thing that you need to do is, once you're on their profile, don't just send them a friend request or a connection like on Facebook. They don't know who you are. They don't know why you're reaching out to them. And you will have a lower conversion rate of people accepting your requests because they don't know why. It's like going around the mall and just poking on people. They're not going to know. They're going to get irritated. So the thing is, when you add connection, like LinkedIn is going to ask you, do you want to add a note or just do you want to just send done? The secret is add a note. You have 300 characters, and it's important for you to tailor your message in such a way for them to be able to come back and accept. Because if they do, you know that they are interested in what you have to say and they want to know further. If they don't, then you just retract that connection request, because that's not your target market. So it's important for you to use these tools to your advantage. Another way, like if I want to reach out to Teresa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use the $1.80 strategy for growing on LinkedIn. The one is I will go search things that are matter to my world. I will go search of what Teresa has posted on LinkedIn. I will go read their post. And what I will do is I will go leave a relevant comment on that post. I will start creating a conversation. And that's very important, especially if you're looking to advance your career in marketing, or you want to get to your target markets and you want to close deals. Go interact with them. Go not just say to them, you know, here I am, I want to sell to you. It's like, hi, I disagree with your post. Or, I agree with your post. Look at one of the articles I've written about that same subject line. So you can interact with the people. So this becomes a full-time strategy on a daily basis to interact with your clients and potential clients. And I promise you, if you do this, you will land big contracts and the reason, or clients, and the reason for that is because you're building relationship. The one thing I've learned in this past, and you all will agree, is that people do business with people. It's not about the company name anymore, and that's why the personal branding is so important. They do business with people. So become the person that people want to do business with. So what do you do when you do this? You start creating templates, and I'm just going to use this as an example that I've created a while back, and I've actually advanced. I'm not using this anymore, but the process that you do on LinkedIn is go create templates so that it's easy for you to copy and paste. And what you do is, one thing is you always view their profile first. Before you send them a connection request and adding them out, go view. Just go scroll through their profile. And the reason for this is they will get a notification that you view their profile. The second thing is, send them that connection add note. Now you will see I said hi first name. Please don't include the first name. That is only there for me to remind myself I need to put their name in it. So hi Teresa, I'm a peak performance, and there's my whole message with a link. So I reach out to them so that they know why am I connecting. And depending on your market and your target market, you're going to have multiple messages. The next step is, once they accepted your connection, you can send them up to 2,000 characters message. Now here's an example. After connection, this is what I will send them next. So you create this so it becomes easy just to copy and paste and respond to people. And the reason for this, now you are building a relationship. Now you can have a fourth message, a fifth message. A fourth message maybe a week later, a fifth message another week later. And so you can start building that relationship with the people that you want to do business with on LinkedIn. So let's make an assumption. Let's say you have an hour a day on LinkedIn that you can spend, okay? And you want to reach out and you want to sell a product. So let's say you take 30 days and you use social media to only generate 100 possible leads on a daily basis. So you send a connection request to 100 people on a daily basis with a note. Out of that 3,000 possible leads, let's assume that only 10% of them accept and want to know more information because of the message you send them. That gives you then a possibility of 300 possible leads because now they've accepted. Now, let's say you know how your sales process works and the results that you get. So if you know your closing ratio is 10%, and you can close 300 of them, and you close 10% of them, that gives you 30. Now, let's assume your product, an average sale is 5,000 Rand for this exercise. That's 5,000 times 50. That is an additional 150,000 Rand of income for the month. Now, let's assume you have a team. Okay. Now, let's say a team of 4 people. 4 people do exactly the same. Now, some of us are going to get better results, and some of us are going to get not so good results. But you do that, and suddenly you've generated extra income of up to 600,000 for the guy. Imagine the whole company does. Imagine the whole company uses LinkedIn to the advantage of the company. I've worked with a company now that even the personal assistant, that even the coffee lady is using LinkedIn because that's the whole strategy in the company. Everyone has to have a marketing hat on. And the reason for that is, how do the coffee lady promote herself? She's the #1 coffee lady at the company. She can say that because the whole company has given a recommendation to say she makes the best coffee at that company. Imagine now she's reaching out to people and building a relationship. And what is a guy going to think of when he sees a coffee lady sending me a message? And it's like, wow, this company, there's something about this company that even the coffee lady sends me. She's probably proud of working there. Suddenly the perception about the company changes. I want to deal with this company if everyone is like the coffee lady reaching out to me on LinkedIn. So it's important that everyone in the company needs to use LinkedIn. And if you're in the company, remember that recommendations. So if you have 100 people working in a company, you can suddenly overnight have 100 recommendations, 100 endorsed skills, and suddenly your LinkedIn profile through algorithms is going to be seen more on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn also has, you can go further. If you really want to then go and use LinkedIn and start running ads, is you can consider of running ads in a few basis. One is a basis of awareness, where you create brand awareness. It's not necessarily going to bring you money in the pocket. You can get people to visit your website, engage, or look at your videos. But here's the most important for me, and that is lead generation and website conversion. Website conversion is where someone has made a payment, and LinkedIn will only charge you when a purchase was made or an email was given, or in lead generation, a lead was given to you. So then you pay, you get a return of investment on your money. How you do this, you use something that LinkedIn gives you that says it's a LinkedIn tag that you install into your website, and that tracks everyone that comes from LinkedIn that visited your website. So you build on what we call an audience in LinkedIn, so that you can target ads towards people on LinkedIn that visited your website. So that is one powerful tool to use, so you don't waste money when you advertise on LinkedIn. So yes, it tracks your conversions, and the nice thing, it helps you to build audiences. And like on Facebook, you can create something called a matched audience, and Facebook, they call it a lookalike audience. And suddenly you can run an ad towards people that are interested in you, or the tag where it is. So suddenly this becomes a tool where you can now generate business. You can generate leads. Yes, you have to pay for it, but you can use the free version that I told you on how to do it. You can do the Sales Navigator version, or you can add this as another way of marketing and running campaigns on LinkedIn to get the results that you need. Here's just an example of someone that is running a promoted ad on LinkedIn. It looks normally, you can see a lot more people are engaging on it, and it's short and sweet. And you see it on LinkedIn by, if you go look around, you will see that underneath the followers, it will say a promoted page. And these people are getting people to sign up. And when people sign up, they will only pay for every sign up and not for every impression or people that click on it. So it's important how you set up your advertisement. So something about LinkedIn, and in short, is that LinkedIn, how you can create an ad and who you can focus on. You can sponsor your ads. You can sponsor an email that gets delivered in their email. You can personalize it even more. And it's also sent to people who are currently active on LinkedIn. You can do text ads. You can do location, where people are located. You can focus just on the company, past employees, current employees. You can also focus on different industries. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can look at the company size. So you don't want to work with companies of 100 people to 200 people. You can put that in and you target them directly. You can target company directly, follow their followers. You can target a job title. You can target even job functions, people that are in accounting or financing or product management. You can target job seniority, people that are manager, a director, etc. People that have schooled, people that have studied through IMM, you can target them directly and get in front of them. You can target gender, age, even years of experience. You can match audience, people who have visited your website. Your list of contacts, what's nice, you can import your list of contacts as well. Decision makers at the companies you want to target. And even audience size, you can target different audience sizes. So LinkedIn becomes a more powerful tool now that you start seeing that I can put money towards it and I'm going to get the results. I can get the return of investment on the money that I spend on advertising. And I hope you all are getting questions ready for the end of this talk. So one thing about LinkedIn, it's more than just reaching out to people. Now, one thing that you need to use LinkedIn for is there's a place called Slide Share. SlideShare is part of LinkedIn, and this is where you can upload slides. Like this slide I'm doing today will be uploaded to my SlideShare, as where people can go look at your company profile. You can put up there. If you have a pitch deck, you can put it out there. If you have presentation slide, you can put up there. It becomes a social media platform where people can comment and download and look at the slides that you have. And this is the one thing that is important for all of you to know for LinkedIn. It's not just about reaching out and connecting with people. It's about producing content that are valuable for your target market to reach. And Gary V, my mentor, says it's important to create as much content as possible. Now, content is different content. You get video, you get infographics, you get newsletters, you get white papers, you get PDFs, you get podcasts. So there's a lot of content that you can create, and you need to produce this content on LinkedIn. Now, Gary V, and if you go into my SlideShare, you will be able to download it, is how to make 64 pieces of content a day. And there's another one, how you can make 30 pieces of content from a single keynote for those who are speakers. And if you are planning to be relevant, this is what I love what he says, in business over the long term, you need to consider putting out 100 pieces of content on a daily basis. Now, that sounds a lot, but think about it. Everyone is following the norm of putting out one post every 2 or 3 days. In the sea of chaos, people are not necessarily going to see it. But it's also not putting out content that you just want to sell the whole time. It's putting out valuable content that people want to engage, so that they want to be part of your audience and the part of your, what I call tribe, so that they want to know more. And the moment that you start selling is the moment they want to buy from you and they want to invest into you. So one thing is create content, upload the content to your LinkedIn, start getting that engagement going, because the algorithm will put you in front of more people, and write articles and content that are geared to your target audience, so that it becomes in front of them. And when you go post on their comments, you can go say, I disagree with what you are posting. Go read my article, what I wrote about it. Or I agree with you, I've written a similar article. And you can create that engagement where people then become part of your audience and they follow you, so that when you put out something and you want to sell, they already know who you are. And guess what? People will start sharing the content that you have. So it's less of marketing then, because it becomes word of mouth. People will start sharing you, and people will want to be connected with you in the end of the day. Now, if you're like me and you struggle to do writing articles, there's one place you can go, and that is called Dr. Assignment Writer. I probably don't show this to the school, but you can go write assignment, essays, research paper, a report, automatically. You put in the keywords you wanted to write about, and it will automatically write an article for you. You can even ask it to add for you images, add the bibliography for you. You can say it needs to be not more than 30% copyrighted. You can put a lot of filters on it for you to create an article. You can even copy an article in and says, please make it uncopyrighted, and it will go and it will find similar info on the internet. It will combine a new article for you that you can use, that you can post. So it's a very, very great tool for you to use. Like me, I'm Afrikaans, and I speak English very deliciously since I've been twice. So when I type, and my grammar is not the one of the best. So I use something like this to help me to write assignments and essays. So a few other tools that I would love for you to take away from today for LinkedIn. LinkedIn has so many tools that you can use to your advantage, and you don't have to use all of them, but I'm just going to share with you some tools that can help you with your LinkedIn experience. The first is One2Lead. This One2Lead is a CRM system automation tool, like I told you in the beginning of Sales Navigator. Instead of now going to one added person at a time, you can use this tool and it will become automated. Okay, so what it does is you can already go discover new people. You can put the message, that template I told you, automatically in, and you can say send invitation. I think on the free version, it can send up to 15 people a day requests automatically. You will have to do the search on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You drag it in, you say contact those 100 people for me on LinkedIn, and it will do it on a daily basis. You can send bulk messages. You can set triggers. If this happened, then this follow up. You can download and sync all prospect data. So that is one to lead. So one to lead, a lot of my customers use it because it's not expensive. It's about $15. $15, then you can, if I'm correctly, you can do unlimited connections, and LinkedIn limits you to I think 100 a day. So just make sure about that. Depending on the time of your profile, some guys with a LinkedIn profile can send up to 200 connections a day. So you can use this. This is a great tool. Or you want to take it another step, you can go do something called Lead Leaper. It's an extension that you add onto Google Chrome, and this becomes like a CRM system. This also helps you to find the email addresses of the connection so that you can email them, even their business email address that sometimes are verified, and it supports premium account, Sales Navigator, and Recruiter. So Sales Navigator is supported by Lead Leaper. What it does is you can automate your lead generation. It becomes a lead port where you can extract people's emails, you can send them emails, and you can track who responded, who's not responded. You can see their telephone numbers. And one thing that I use this for, and just to give you an idea, I will go find and who's the person that I need. It's, let's say, Greg Adams. Company is working for email, and it will also give me the company address. Now, here's one thing that I will do, and please, this is a tip. Not everyone is doing it, so remember, if you do this, tell them where you've learned it. Is I will then write a personal handwritten letter for my target market. Because I deal with high-level C-suite clients, I will write a handwritten, hi, this is Cobus, handwritten, not typed. Handwritten letter, I've sent you a connection request on LinkedIn, I know you're busy. This is what I do, and I will do my pitch. I will fold it, I will put it in an envelope, I will write on the envelope and on the back, and I will send it off. And guess what? 90% of them bypasses the PA and get in front of the target audience, the CEO, and they will open it. And the reason for that is more than people receive up to 1,000 emails a day. Now, when is the last time you received something through the post or a letter being delivered? Probably 1-2 times, if ever, per month. Now you're going to stand out as a marketer. Your message is going to land in front of them. They're going to open up it. Who took the time to write me a handwritten letter? Because it's now become more personal. Then they open it up. Wow, this person is connected. What's the next thing they're going to go do? They're going to go to your LinkedIn profile. Who's this person that sent me a request? And when they're on your LinkedIn profile, they can suddenly now see your sales and landing page on your LinkedIn. It says who you are, what you're about, and what you need to do. And suddenly, you are in front of the audience and the person that you want to do. You've taken the extra step and extra mile. And I see that is a secret that if you can use that, will bring you a lot of advantage, because other platforms and social media ads and emails have flooded the market, and we need to stand out as marketers. The next one is, if you all write down quickly, bit.ly/Alfred19. Alfred19, make sure it's all, this is caption sensitive. bit.ly/Alfred19. I will put it into the chat box now. And this is the next top level. If you think Lead Leaper is nice, and if you think Want to Lead is nice, this is something called Alfred. It's social selling automation for LinkedIn and Gmail. This is where you automate everything to the next level. It's a powerful campaign. You can schedule, automate campaigns. You can personalize messages. You can monitor and track every campaign. You can look at every lead. You can look at daily limit usage. You can you send connections. You can retract it if you want to as well. It's a CRM system. You can access emails, phone numbers. You can email them. That's why you connect with Gmail. It allows you to search as well. Export, integrate your data with other CRMs. A complete workflow through social to email. It's now also adding Twitter, because business owners are on Twitter, so you will be able to connect with them on Twitter as well. Here's an example of a campaign that I ran. It shows you how many people have sent to, how many have accepted your connection, how many profiles viewed, messages sent, etc., and how many of those you got replies. Now, you do is, once you search, like I showed you in the beginning of searching on Sales Navigator, you copy that URL, you paste it in here, and here's the nice thing that I love to do. I say premium users only, because they're going to respond. And secondly is exclude profiles without photos, because I want people that I can see a photo. So then I will go next. And then here's the nice thing about the CRM system that you use. You now set it up automatically, view their profile first. Before any step, this system will view their profile. Second step is send them a connection request with the following template. And once they accept, follow up with the following message. Now I've done it once, and this system will run it automatically for me. And as you can see, it will say hi, first name. So it's not gonna, the person is gonna think you'd received a message. I took the time to send you a message, so it's gonna look personalized. The next thing is 3 days later, I can send another message. 4 days later, another one. Every day I can send a message. I can spam this person as much as I want to, but I'm not. But I'm gonna build a relationship and I'm gonna give value. Yeah, I was giving, I've co-written 2 books. So I was like, I want to give you my 2 books for you to give me a response, a review afterwards. I'm giving value to them. So use this then as that example. The next thing about the system as well, now you already have connections and you want to keep building the relationship of your current question. Now, as it settings, you can see you can auto withdraw, but at greetings, here's the one. Auto message to congratulate on a job anniversary. So when someone celebrates their job anniversary, they will get this message automatically. If it's their birthday, guess what? You're going to wish them automatically. And this is only for people that are connected with you. So it's not people that are not connected. So you constantly build a relationship with your current connections. Then there's one for endorsement. So the moment someone endorses you or your skill, they will get a message. If someone has a new role or a new company starting, it will send them an automatic message. Suddenly, this whole system does it for you. Okay, here's some examples that when I did some LinkedIn campaign, and you can see the conversion takes longer. I think it's a little bit more now because a lot of people are not every day on LinkedIn. So once this is going out, you can see it's between 20, well, the one was 12%, I see, but it's about average on 20 to 25%. But it gets more over the long period because remember that connection has been set. The more target-based you are and the more focused you are on the premium side, the better this result becomes. So if you want to know a little bit more about me, there's at least now almost 5 minutes for questions. This is my link to my social media, and I hope you all would love to use a link like this as well, because it takes all of your social media channels into one place. Let me quickly see if I can get that for you all sorted. That I want to show you quickly while my screen is shared. I believe you all can see it. Here's my solo link, and what it does, it incorporates all my social media links. So now, instead of saying to people, please like my Facebook, please like my LinkedIn, you can send them one link with all of them and say, please go give me a follow on my social media. They can subscribe to my mailing, they can do my Google website, they can see a YouTube video, my podcast, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and all of the other social media channels that I'm, my WhatsApp, etc., etc., etc. So this is a nice tool that you can use going forward. Then I just want to see if I can send you copy that links in, so that for those who want to go look at it. But that is the one for Alfred, and then here's my link as well if you're going to go see how this looks like. And also, I would love you to follow me on social media as well. That would be fantastic. And I hope some of you have questions. So this is my time. I see we're almost 12 o'clock, 5 minutes, then we're 12 o'clock. So if any one of you have questions, please type it in, or tell me in the chat box that you want to talk, and you can open your mic, and otherwise everyone's going to talk at the same time. So who has any question, or maybe you have some feedback, maybe you learned something new. I'm just going to stop presenting at the moment. Okay, I see, thank you. I hope you all learned a lot and learned something new. SlideShare content, is that also for videos? SlideShare content. I don't understand 100%, Sonia, but SlideShare is also a place where you can put content. It doesn't use video. No, I think if that is the answer, it doesn't use video, so you can't put video on there. It's mainly for PDF documents and PowerPoint slides. Let me see quickly what if people have said in the chat box while I was gone. If you have any questions, please ask. Loud and clear. Okay, hi, Cobus. Last year, yes. Yes. Are these, Sonia, are these stats for SA? No, Sonia, this stats was for internationally mainly. Didn't use any SA stats. I just want to quickly see where is a slide. So Um, there is a place where you can go and get stats. I've just want to share my screen quickly, your entire screen. Share. There is a place that you can go look for South Africa stats. Okay, I'm going to show you now. Okay, it's called Digital 2020 South Africa. All the trends, stats, ads you need to help and understand how people use the internet, mobile, social media, and e-commerce. This was done by Hootsuite, important notice, changes, and data. So this is everything focused on South Africa. So that's global internet. I just want to get to South Africa. Yeah, okay, that's global still. Yes, South Africa. Now it brings into South Africa's social media, what people are focused on social media. So if you want this slideshow, I'm going to ask you then to reach out to me on social media, or let me send you my email address, and you can send me an email and I will send you the slideshow. I will send it also to this one. I think it is Maria, so I will send it to her as well. Is the recording, as someone is asking, will the recording be available? If someone just can answer, help me answer that.
Hi, everybody. The recording will be available on our website.
Is it Charmaine speaking?
This is Maria speaking.
Is it Maria speaking? Maria, I will send you that slideshow of,
yes,
and then you can add it into the email, okay?
Yes, please. And if anybody would like the slideshow, you can also email me at maria@IMM.gsm. I'll put it in the comments as well, and I can also send it to you individually.
Okay.
I also just wanted to say thank you so much, Cobus, for all of this. This was really a wonderful presentation. I think we really have learned a lot. So thank you for this.
It's a pleasure. Now, that's the main thing I wanted. I wanted people to learn and see the power of LinkedIn, and I hope you all got that and can take that away from today. Any questions from your side, Maria?
No questions from my side at this point. It was just very informative, and I really appreciate it. And I have lots of work to do on my own LinkedIn account.
Okay, so send me a connection request. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn and see how I can help you as well. Okay, so I think that is it, everyone. I just want to say from my side, and want to say IMM and Maria for allowing me to share some of this knowledge about LinkedIn to you all today. Please, I want to ask, go connect with me on social media, go connect with me and become friends. I like to build friends on all my social media. Follow me, like me, and help me to also be seen more, and always open to reach out to me. And this was a great experience again to be part of the IMM community. So I just want to say thank you again from my side to allow me to present today, and hopefully in the future I will be able to present something else that I also love about presenting. So Maria, from my side, thank you, and if there's no other questions, they can just reach out to you and we will take it from further. Thank you very much, everyone.